Clear Efficiency, helping you get clear on the efficiency of your home. Okay, Debbie and Joe, I am up in the attic space right now, just taking a quick look around, seeing what it is that you guys have and seeing how it is that we might best be able to help you guys out here. So first and foremost, what we're looking at is the type of insulation that you guys have here on your attic floor. Right now you have an older version of the pink fiberglass type of insulation. The newest version is also pink, fully pink without any mixtures of this yellow in it. But the biggest difference between the oldest version and the newer version, right, is the newer version, if I were to put it directly on my skin, it doesn't have that irritational factor to it that this old stuff has. But as far as its ability to spread out and do its job at insulate, they're going to be very, very similar, okay? And that brings me to my second point, which is your levels, okay? So you have two different sections here. Joe, just like you mentioned, this first area is loose fill, and then in the back section you've got the batting. So I'll bring you over there just real quick, but first we're going to take a look at the levels of where you're at. So I got a little ruler here, and right now, let's get this guy turned. Right now you got a pretty even blanket throughout. In the corners here, some of the spots in the back, it's a little bit less disturbed, so it's a little bit higher, closer to that R19 area. I think that's where you were at when it was originally blown in, but over time, whether that's ductwork or having people up here, or even just the rodents, it's no longer even, and we've got a little bit of a fluctuation, but we're now lower than what we used to be. So right now we're coming in right around a 5-inch mark. You can see that right here, okay? Just to put that in perspective, that's about an R11. That's about average of what you guys have here in the attic is about an R11. Just to put that in perspective, bare minimum code right now is R38, so 13.25 inches. That's right here, okay? And then the very most insulation that you'd put in the home for the maximum effect is 20 inches at R60, okay? Anything above this is what we call diminishing returns, which means you could double up to 40 inches. It won't do anything more than it will right here at this 20. But at the very least, we certainly want to get you to code, okay? So pretty simple on that. Now, there is a little bit of fecal matter on the attic floor. And by a little bit, I mean it's around, right? So anywhere you look down, you're going to find it. Here, here, here. It's all definitely over the areas where you've got the flat ducting. So you've got this trunk line plenum box here. It's flat and it's warm, and they like to hang out in this area. So this would be an area in which they're going to do their thing. Same with down here in these little pocket areas, all the way back. So there is fecal matter on the attic floor. There is no law saying that you guys have to remove this. We could easily remove it and start over, disinfect the area, start over, and blow it back in. Or if you guys wanted to see what it would look like just to blow in over the top, we can certainly do that. Another option, if you are considering just blowing over the top, is to seal up the gaps first, right? So that none of this attic stuff is coming back down into your home. So I'm just going to give you a quick visual on that, just so you can understand what I'm talking about. What we're referring to is anything that penetrates the attic floor, right? So let me jump down and look at this, right? So just so you guys are aware, and we're talking about this as far as the rodents go and what they're doing up here and that air going back down into your home. But everything that I mentioned, it has a direct result to energy efficiency and how much your HVAC runs, right? And so what we're talking about is sealing up the gaps so you're no longer wasting energy. When you get down to all these areas of gap, you see all this is supposed to be vibrant pink like this, but instead it's brown because it's collecting the dust that the home is shooting up into the attic when you during the winter time, right? And then during the summertime, I didn't ask if either of you guys have any breathing issues or go into allergies or have sneezing fits, right? But this kind of dust gets forced back down into the home when this area is pressurized. So if it's 95 outside, it's easy 120 to 140 here. It pressurizes and it forces the dust back down, which is why you dust a lot more during the summertime. So another service that we provide is to seal up all the gaps on the attic floor so you no longer have what is called stack and draft. That's what we're looking at, okay? So that's pretty simple on that, okay? Now I'm going to take you over to the back area so we can take a look at what the batting looks like. This right here, similar. Anywhere where we break down. Again, they didn't do anything wrong. they cut the drywall correctly. They don't seal it up, so it still transfers a lot of temperature and dust and anything that's up here back and forth, right? So again, let's keep moving forward here. Yeah, definitely eroded in this section. All right. And here is the batting. So pretty similar. Again, rodents like this stuff just because it's flat. But let's get this down to the attic floor. See where we're at. It's about an R30 in here, okay? So in this area, you have about an R30. The pro and con with batting, pro is that it insulates pretty much anywhere where it touches. The con with batting is that it's a perfect rectangle, right? Building construction's not perfect, and inevitably as they jam up with one another, they leave gaps like this behind, right? And so it's not actually all the way on the attic floor. Again, if you wanted to keep it, it's fine. We can blow in over the top. If we blow in over the top, just think how water would pour in over ice, and that's how the loose fill, the new Pro Pink L77, would come in as we blow it in over the top of the batting. Okay, so pretty simple on that. Okay, as I see it, guys, I see a couple options for you guys. Option number one is we keep it simple and we just blow new insulation over the top. That'll be the least expensive option that I show you. Option number two is that we can do a remove and blow. So remove everything, then blow it back in. If you want to see an option for keeping what's up here and sealing up the gaps just so you utilize what's up here, but everything is sealed and then we blow back in, I can show you that. And lastly, the biggest option which I could show you would be a remove, seal, and blow. So remove everything, disinfect the space, seal up all the gaps first, and then blow back in brand new Pro Pink L77. Okay, so pretty simple on that. Okay, that's pretty much it for the attic space. The only other thing that I would mention to you guys, yes, we are HVAC specialists, or insulation specialists, but we also specialize in HVAC. And I'm not looking at your units, but what I'm looking at up here is the duct work, which pertain to how the unit does work. So these could be better, is all I would say. Not all your duct connection pieces are tight. This is a mess, and this is causing a great deal of leak. The rats bit into a whole lot of your ducts, so they're no longer sealing the way that they should. You've got holes in them now. Like over here, we've got holes, and right here, those connection pieces are awful. They're terrible. So you guys are in PG&E territory. PG&E is the most expensive utility in the state of California. With all these leaks up here, you guys are wasting a great deal of energy and could be saving a lot on your bill just by having more efficient ductwork up here. Again, I know the focus is insulation, but in the future it would be something for you guys to strongly consider, is have this reworked and redone in a more efficient manner. Okay, but that's pretty much it, guys. That's just a few options to consider, in my professional opinion. Sooner rather than later. Thank you.